Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz September 28, 2015, and it's 11:02 p.m. in Birmingham. The topic is tidbits, just nuggets about what we can look forward to in the near future. And one thing that bothers me the most is abandonment from God. I believe that's going to happen. And I believe it's a fact. We have done just that. We have abandoned him, so why would he not abandon us? And I don't mean that he will leave. If God really left, you would, Christian or not, you would feel it instantly. But anyway, abandonment from God. This is what a lot of people fear. And God may withdraw from America and sit on the sidelines and watch. And but let me get to a few titles of some things that I'll be doing blogs on in the near future, and some of them I won't. But anyway, let's go there. Those who oppose global warming will be targeted to keep them silent. This will include being fined, jailed, or maybe even killed. And why is that? Well, global warming will be used starting very soon, if it hasn't already, as a world platform in order for the man of perdition to come in on. This was, in fact, Hal Lindsey spoke about it 2 weeks ago, but just aired something last night about it. And he's the one that said that those people who oppose it would be targeted. Well, I've got no less than about 20 blogs out there over 5 years where I have proved that there's no global warming, and scientists says the same thing. So, this is another subject, tens of thousands of Muslims plan strict breeding programs for Allah. If you can go back, I remember this because this is a while back, but I remember the idiot. This was a newscast that came to surface, and the intent, bring Europe and America under Sharia law. With the Muslim population explosion, it will be possible. It could be possible, but I don't think it's going to be. Several years ago, there was a rant, and you used to hear this a lot from this man. He's the now dead Libyan leader, Colonel Gaddafi, who said in one of his many addresses that the day would come that this would happen, that there would be people fleeing the Middle East and coming throughout the world, and that they would indeed bring a breeding program with them. And they've been talking about this for a long time. Well, today a new news forecast showed that news video and tied it with the millions of Muslims who now prepare to escape this feared, get this feared Sharia law. This feared, they say they fear it, but with the same breath, they swear to bring the same Sharia law to the place that they escaped to. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? They hate it, they fear it, but they want to bring it to wherever they land. And this is going to be one of the countries that they'll land, because Egypt is going to open its doors soon, and there'll be a lot of them leaving. Okay, who is today the most endangered person on the list? The endangered. Is it going to be a cop? Will it be a convenience store operator? Will it be a coal miner? Will it be a pilot? No, far from it. The most endangered today are the unborn. They have a 20-80% chance meaning 1 in 5 babies will die this year by abortion. Guys, that's sad. Another subject. We do not know what has already happened behind closed doors, and I'm speaking of the political arena. It's more likely than not that a crime has been committed in front of witnesses, and yet not one person has come forward to tell what has happened. And why is this? Is one of those things to test their alliance and their allegiance with the soon to come New World Order leader. Sounds crazy, but it's true. At around the same time, this person may receive a head wound that should have killed this person. It won't. It will appear that he came back from the dead, but please keep in mind that only God can bring someone back from the dead. But the world, the world will see it as real, but it will be a fake. And real by the magic of TV and or the holographic type of image that you're watching. This wound will appear very real, that this person can't possibly survive, but it will not be a life-threatening wound, even if it is a wound. But we won't know that. To us, it is real. The internet, going to another subject, we often wonder how long we'll be able to use the internet. Well, a lot of people thought it'd be shut down, and I did too. But the fact that you see China using it, Russia using it, then chances are for now it will be the only way to track someone, anyone. So it's not likely that we'll lose the use of the internet anytime soon. Blogs, for example. I put no less than 20 blogs up in revealing the truth about climate change. It is a hoax. It will soon be a crime to talk against global warming. Remember, this was the platform that this new world leader, soon to be, has talked upon. That's what he brought. And 2 people use global warming as that platform, and one of them is the Pope. Also, a crime to expose truth about the Pope, such as the book of Petrus Romanus. Tom Horn wrote that book. He made predictions about the coming Pope before even the Vatican knew. Also, by exposing any information targeting things that must stay behind closed doors, such as I mentioned, crimes or things that, in other words, everybody has something on everybody, so everybody shuts up. All Christians, another subject, that become Christians, that are saved during those days, the final 7 years, the Daniel 70th week, will be hunted down and removed. We're great threats against the Antichrist, and we will be taken and most likely killed. But for those who are saved today, you won't enter that 7-year period of time. In 1850, everyone said, there's no way. The church is going through a post-trib. There's no such thing as a pre or a mid-trib rapture. But then the Bible also says in those days, the end days, knowledge would be increased. Daniel, specifically, God said, Daniel, seal that book until the end days. And then let that knowledge go forth. That's what's happened. So the knowledge of the the rapture of the church is now clearly in Corinthians and in other books that says, yes, this is going to happen. There will be, in my opinion, a pre-trib rapture. Those who will be hunted down, Christians, will be the ones who accepted Christ after the tribulation started. They're in hiding, and I think a good portion of them will be able to stay hid. These are some of the topics that I think you'll start seeing in the near future. And I'm going to throw one more thing in here that I caught Hillary Clinton on. And she talked about something Donald Trump said about moving the Hispanics back to Mexico where they belong. And she said, yeah, what are you going to do? Load them up on those cattle cars and carry them back? Well, what did she mean? What reference was she making when she mentioned cattle cars? Let me tell you what, they're using cattle cars today. They're parked in several places around this country, and there's a lot of them. And they have shackles welded in the floors of them. A lot of people don't know that. Why would shackles be welded in the floors of cattle cars and posted around this country if they were not moving a large number of people out? And the 10 million acres that was taken by the government in 9 western states from Montana to New Mexico. Each of those locations, I think they have something built on those sites, something that will house a couple of million people each. Here's more. Jody Wolf Expoz.